Welcome friends, welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss about the semiconductor industries in India. So as we know that few months ago in September, there is a company in Taiwan called Foxconn uh, who partnered with Vedanta to build a semiconductor industry in Gujarat for the manufacturing of semiconductors chips in India. Okay, as soon as 2025. Uh, in today's time, India imports semiconductors worth $55 billion in 2021 as per data, and till 2025 it will become $100 billion worth. So now the question arises, what is semiconductor? So semiconductor is a device which has a conductivity which in between conductor and insulator. The work of semiconductor is to store the data, receive, store and process the data. Mainly there are three type of semiconductor chips. One is memory chips which stores the data and software. The second one is digital chips which which manipulate the data as per the software instruction. The third one is wireless chips which receives data from high frequency radio transmitters and convert them to electrical signals. Now, what are the importance of semiconductors? What semiconductors? Each and every electronic devices has semiconductors to work it, to get work done by it. It is helpful in getting the information and communication. Now, in every electronic devices there are semiconductors inside it, like mobile phone, laptop, anything we use in regular basis. Now in India, the demand of semiconductor increase is increasing, but there are very less company, or we can say there is no companies which are manufacturing semiconductors. So the demand of semiconductors is not fulfilled by our companies in India. As per government data, 94% of the electronic devices is imported in India, and 100% of semiconductors are imported in India. Okay. Now we will see some of the government initiatives for semiconductors. There is a scheme called SPECS. Okay. There is a government initiative called SPECS. SPECS full form is a Scheme for the Promotion of Electronic Components and Semiconductors. By this scheme, government is trying to encourage the semiconductor companies to set up their plant in India. They are trying to attract the semiconductor companies. The second scheme is DLI, that is Design Linked Incentive. The DLI scheme provides financial and infrastructural support to the manufacturers to in different phases of semiconductor manufacturing to grow its business. And according to government data, 76,000 crore rupees approved by the government to attract the semiconductor manufacturers to come and set up their industries in India. Okay, in India there are also issues which is restricting the dream of India to becoming a semiconductor hub, like Russia Ukraine war is going on right now. So there are lot of raw materials which are there from where we can import. Due to the war, there are scarcity of raw materials undergoing. Now coming to the challenges which will restrict India to becoming a semiconductor hub. The first challenge is, this business is highly sophisticated, okay, and requires a significantly very high capital investment. And the second challenge is, as of now, no semiconductor fabrication industry is present in India despite of the talent. Okay. The third one is, in addition to the expensive semiconductor chips require a large amount of clean water, high a lot of land, and very skilled manpower, okay, for their manufacturing. And one more challenge is that, as we know that China is threatening the Taiwan, okay, to attack. So as we know that Taiwan is a very big producer of semiconductor, which covers almost 65% of semiconductors all over the world. So if China attacks on Taiwan, it will be a very big concern for India, because it will lead the scarcity of semiconductors in the market. So we have discussed about the theme, the what is semiconductor, importance of semiconductor, government initiatives, challenges. Now we come to conclusion. The global semiconductor market is projected to grow 573 from $573 billion in 2022 to $1,380 billion by 2029. India itself will consume $100 billion worth semiconductors till 2025. So as we know that India is dependent on other countries for the crude oil, so it cannot depend on other countries for the semiconductors. Okay. So as we know that India has growing IT company as well as a skilled manpower. So it can India can utilize their IT industry as well as their manpower for growing the semiconductor market in India very well and meet the demands all over the world. Thank you.